So they called and acted like they had this house and their parents were officers and I'd be safe, and got me to give them all my details. And I made her promise me she wasn't working with the hate group. She gave me her word, and she was like, I'm so sorry you're going through gang stalking, and then still did that to me. I just fails. So we still have nowhere to go, and come here, baby. Come here. Time to find a shelter, and this lady pretended to have a house for us this morning. She did what Anna did last year and told me she had a safe place, and it was like a little 1-bedroom house, and we'd be on our own and we could help around the farm there to here. And I gave her my address, and then she just hung up. But we need enough. If we had enough just for shelter for like a week, I could keep looking for jobs, but that doesn't look possible because I still owe for shelter for the last few days, and I haven't been able to come up with work yet. I'm getting close, but one job they won't know until the boss is back next week, and so I just need more time, and there's not a whole lot like right around by me, but I'm trying to look for other housing options and things like that, but since I can't find it and I'm just in the middle of nowhere, we're trying to just find a shelter. But if we had enough to pay what we owed and then for like the week or so, that would be great, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen, so we're looking just for a shelter to get through safe together. And so this lady came up in the box and was like, we have a house for you, just call me. Say like I have trouble making my choices. They just tell everybody I don't have a disability, so then they abuse me. They got Loreline and Indian Outlaw to pay Debbie to lie about it, to perpetuate Slot and Mama Tot's lies when they lied, because I told Mama Tot my whole story and she knows the journey. And then when Slot lied and coerced that phone call, she chose to take up for her instead of do the right thing. And I trusted her with my whole heart. And I just said, Mama Todd will tell the truth. I know she will. And she didn't. And so when I'm having trouble making choices or I'm going with the wrong people because of my disability, they're taking advantage of that. And they're using rumors to keep themselves from getting in trouble for it. Yes, I do. It's in my link tree. They I know. I'm trying to help myself. I'm trying. That's what I'm doing. I'm reaching out. I'm trying to find a way to keep shelter over our head or get me and my dog. That's the thing is I do just trust anybody. I am like, okay. I just don't know. I trusted the wrong person this time and we almost just trusted somebody else wrong. We just don't know what to do. That's why I had reached out for help in the first place, because I don't know how to navigate through all this. Like, if anyone will take us to a shelter safely, and like, then we'll go. I mean, we really have nowhere to go. Like, I'm just trying. I'm trying to do everything I can. Yeah, there's not really a lot. We were on here just trying to find a way to get to a shelter safe, and this lady came up and pretended like she had a house for us safe again, like Anna did last year. They said that they had a safe place and we could work on farm or we could get a job and they would come get us, but they were just messing with us. So they got all our details and then hung up the phone. So we still have nowhere to go, and now we're even more unsafe. We don't have the ability to know who we can trust. We just think everybody's who they say they are, and it's really put me in a bad position. Like, even when I know somebody's bad, I still see the best in them, and it puts me in so much trouble. So I gave her all my details and everything, and she came up in the box and acted like she was helping me, but she wasn't. As soon as I told her everything, she hung up on me. She asked me if I had money, and I said I only had $3. I would send her all of that, and I could screenshot and show that's all I have. And then I could have her in my live and we could ask for help. But I think she was just tricking me, because as soon as I said that, she hung up on me. And she won't answer my calls again. So I think she just wanted to get my details and find out exactly where we were and stuff. Because I told her the address because she said she was coming to get me. We don't have anywhere else to go. We were just trying to find a shelter, and they just offered us a house. And this is what Anna did last year. We were so excited and thought we had somewhere safe to go, but it was a trick with the gang stalkers to keep hold of us and try to get us in a shelter again. And now we're saying we'll go to a shelter. We just need a safe way to get there. We just don't want to be around the gang stalking. They won't even let us get to a shelter without intervening and trying to find out our address and where we're going and stuff. They probably were trying to trick me and see, like, if I had, like, they wanted me to be like, oh yeah, I do have money if you're coming to get me, but I really didn't. I haven't lied about anything. I really am broke. I don't have nothing, and they just keep trying to take everything I have and put me in a bad spot. This is what's happened all year. I just wanted an opportunity. Instead of getting opportunities, I get taken advantage of. People see us in a spot and they're like, well, everybody else thinks they're a piece of crap. We can take advantage of them. And that's why this cookie person thought it was okay to get in my box and get all my details and put me in even more danger and get me all excited and act like they have a house and then just disappear. Like, that's so cruel. All we've ever wanted was a home and just to be safe. For people to act like they have us a place and just to get us unsafe. Like, it's so wrong. They got our other account taken down too. I didn't do anything. I never want to. Anyway, I'm not even going to talk about it because then they just get my account down. We're already scared to death. That's the thing. I wasn't asking for a home. I was just asking for a safe way to get in the shelter. She came in the box and was like, I've got a home for you. I didn't ask nobody for a home. But for somebody to trick me and say they have a home, like, that's fucking cruel and unusual. I'm not asking anybody for a home. She came to me and said, my dad is an officer and he wants to help you, and we've seen what you're going through with the gang stalking, and we'll give you a safe place. I didn't ask for it. That's what I'm saying. They did it to just get my details. They weren't really going to help me. They got all my information. They had me tell them everything about myself, and then they disappeared. We don't even have to talk about it. I got tricked again. I thought I had somewhere safe. It's just up and down like a roller coaster, and if y'all think this is funny to keep doing it to me, go ahead. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. What are you talking about? Like, I'm literally going through the hardest time of my life and just trying to find shelter, and y'all are making sport of me? Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I was sitting here, and this crazy girl comes up in my box saying, I have a home for you, and she didn't. She's just fucking with me, and it's not funny. Nobody deserves that. I never got fired. The gang stalkers had contacted people at my job, and I was getting bullied really bad. And then now they know where we are, and they're doxing our address. And so I'm trying to find a safe shelter. People are acting like they have houses and things like that so they can get our details, and they're still just trying to discredit us and put us in danger and get us where we can't be there to tell the truth about things. But Sherry, we just had somebody else trick us and tell us they were coming to get us, but they were lying. And so we just gave them all our details, and then they hung up the phone. They said they had a house for us, that their parents were both officers and they would help keep. Yeah, I know. And I can't really trust anybody, and we gotta get somewhere safe. I've got to keep a roof over mine and Peter's head so we can stay together. I'm so scared, and this lady pretended to have a house for us. And I trusted her. I got off here and called her and told her all our details, and then she just hung up on me. And she won't answer me back. So she was just messing with me. So we still have nowhere to go, and now I'm just up and down like a roller coaster, just trying to find a ride safe to a shelter. We can't even find a shelter that'll take us together. I'm too overloaded to breathe. And they got my other account taken down. Really? No, I'm literally, like, we're homeless. We have nowhere to go, and we just reached out for help, and we were just trying to get to, like, a homeless shelter safe. And somebody pretended like they had a house for us, but they didn't. They were just messing with us. They came up in the box and told me to call them and said that they're... I know, that's why it was a red flag, but I didn't have any other choice, and she made it sound so believable, and she promised, I made her promise she wasn't with the gangs. I don't, I'm already, like, out of time. I'm gonna beg to be at least here till tomorrow. I just don't know what to believe. I don't have any other choices. I gotta get somewhere safe for me and Peter. We got stuck. We would love a camper, but even then we don't have anywhere to put one. We can't afford anything right now. Everybody already knows where we are now, but I know if people start calling and doing things like that, they won't let us stay here. Like, if y'all start calling and doing all the stuff you've done at the other... What restaurant on the hill? That's so fucking creepy, dude. There is no restaurant on the hill. God. No, I don't. I've only got what's listed in my bio. I'm really just trying to find a shelter, like we really have nowhere to go, and I just want to stay with my dog. Just want to stay with my dog, and they're trying to separate us. So I'm just willing to do anything to stay with him, but I don't want to be abused. That's been the thing all year. I never should have trusted Mama Tot when she was pretending to get us out of abuse, because we've been abused worse every day. We just wanted to be out of it. We had put our name on the lease, and we didn't know we'd been targeted at that time, and that's why we were getting abused, because Slot and John and all these people were reaching out to Sarah, spreading rumors about us that weren't true based on Slot's lies. And it started before I ever even interacted with anybody. I was being abused at the last house I was in. The woman was basically sacrificing me to her husband. I thought that he was just creepy, so I kept trusting her and told her where I was. And then after he threatened my life, she gave out my info and doxed me after he had been the one to do all the creepy stuff. So she'd been in on it the whole time. And I had no idea, and I had protected her. And then I got out, and I can't keep my head above water. She knows what he did, and they still dox my info. I didn't dox them back, even though I have their address, but I'm not going to get messy on their level. I'm just trying to get safe for me and my dog, and I'm not in trouble for anything, so... Even if that's what they've done all year, is try to call the police on me, but they just end up exposing themselves, and they end up in jail because they're the ones doing bad, not me. And maybe the police can help. I don't know. So I'll just turn in each person that's stealing my information and pretending to help me to go back to this hate group, and I'll turn them in and just keep going. And it almost happened again because I have autism and I trust the wrong people. I almost trusted somebody else this morning. Like, that's what I'm saying. But they can't have me committed because there's nothing to have me committed for. I'm doing my best to help myself. I'm willing to do anything it takes. I'm looking for shelter so they would have no reason to have me committed. It doesn't make any sense. I haven't done anything wrong. Nobody. Hey, good morning. We were just up early trying to find shelter, and we got tricked and had somebody come in the box and act like they had a free house for us again, that we could work on their farm to get all our details, and they were just messing with us. So me and my dog are still homeless, still looking for shelter, and we're just getting tricked so they can do mean things to us while we're struggling. Police officers to get me to give her my information. Then when I did, she just hung up. She asked me if I had any money to give her for gas on her way there. And I told her I only had $3, but if she was coming, she could come in the live and we could talk to people. And she just disappeared on me. And then all of a sudden they're saying that they used it as a trick and set me up. And that they're calling police here. But why would they call police here? Like, I'm still good until the morning. And I've worked things out with them, so there would be no reason to call the police. And like, I'm just trying to get out safe so I don't cause any trouble here. So I can just stay with my dog. I'm trying to handle all things right and mentally good, and then they're trying to mess with me mentally like they did with the Anna situation, pretending they have a free house so they can get all my details and keep tabs on me. And I don't really have any options. We really need some help. This isn't right. Y'all know it's not. I have people come up in my box and pretend they're helping me just so they can keep the narrative on what they wanted on and make money off of us while we just want shelter. This is not okay. This lady knew what a pervert her husband was, and she left me alone with him, hoping he'd make a move on me so she could profit off of both of us. I'll never forgive her for that. I literally trusted her, went to her with the info, and after it was all proved, no, they had somebody come in and pretend like they were helping. They said that their parents were officers and they were coming to get me and Peter, and they had a free house, but they were just messing with us. So we still don't know, like, when we're being tricked. I still have autism. I still trust, like, all the wrong situations. And this girl just pretended she was helping me. She said she'd seen all the gang stalking and her parents were all try to get me committed. But, like, I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to handle everything right and get me and my dog to a shelter and do anything I can just to survive when we've been lured here and mistreated. And the best way I possibly can. And yet they're trying to push me where I can't mentally handle things, and then go look at her. It's alright. I don't even know what we're gonna do, so it doesn't matter. And at this point, it's too much what we owe. And if people start calling here, it's gonna be... I have no idea what that is. But I'm not in Birmingham. Send what to? I'm so confused. I don't know what you're saying. I'm not asking you for anything, and I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who else you're wanting to send money to. I don't understand what you're talking about. Some way to send... I don't know what you mean. It sounds like you're setting me up too, because you're asking for, like, ways to, like, what, contact someone else, or do... No, just don't worry about it. I don't know what you mean. I'm trying to just help me and my dog get to a shelter safe. Like, I don't know. I don't even have a way, so I don't know why you want someone else's info. I don't have Chime. I don't... It's just me and my dog. I don't have a way to get that. I don't have anybody else. That's the thing. People pretend like they're helping me so they can steal from me and get attention off me, but they're not really helping me. I was going to have everybody send that lady money because she said she was coming to get me, but she probably wasn't coming to get me. I don't... This is how I get in all these situations, because I believe people when they tell me stuff. Like when Ginseng told me he'd found me a camper and to come, and he was luring me here so Mama Tot could put me in an institution. I had no idea. I mean, even if I come up with 2 days rent, I still owe them for 3 days. Like, I owe them behind for 3 days. So I don't know.